Just north of the Delaware Expressway and east of Broad Street, we find ourselves at Lincoln Financial Field in South Philly. Time to set the old turducken aside and get ready for football as here we go on a Thanksgiving night. And that's not going to be returned as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now we'll get a stoppage here as it appears we've got an Eagle slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. From the 33, here's 2nd down at 7. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. You talk about this Washington defense. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Looking middle, and that's complete. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, we hear so often how tackling almost a lost start in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. Here's Daniels. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. To throw is Daniels. They set up the screen to Miller. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. You look at this Eagle defense. Against the pass, they've had some issues. Ranked number 23 in the NFL right now.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Daniels looking to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. Looking left sideline. It's complete. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep. 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there. And now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Great. Set. Hey.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he will take this one in for an Eagle touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. To the air goes Daniels. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Daniels from the gun on third down. That is caught, and he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
Throwing now is Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Simmett. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
Now Daniels. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Danny Gray, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind.
Hurts fumbles it, and it's Washington that scoops it up. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Here's Hurts to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. Sixty-three. Crowd left Yeti.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll give it up the middle to Miller. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Miller is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. So he had the nice run to get him down there. Was stopped just short of the goal line, but they go right back to him, CD, and he delivers to finish the drive off.
A little extra determination there, don't you think, partner? You notice he didn't tap on his helmet and say, get me out after the run down to the end zone. He said, I almost got in. I'm going to get in on my own. I'm staying in. And he carries it across the goal line.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that makes the score 14-7. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Commanders 14, Eagles 7.
Now second quarter action from Philadelphia, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Great, set.
Hurts. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here's 3rd and a few inches.
No touch that.
Slot man moves right.
No touch.
Hurts sets up to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41.
Eagles, first down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. The Eagles at 4-6 now on the year. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Throwing on 2nd down. Hurts. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down.
Hey, easy, 63, pass. No touch.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. And he's going to miss this one. That is no good. Well outside the left upright, and this will stay at a 7-point game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott. And he is across midfield from 149 to the other 49. A gain of just 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Daniels. And that will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 18-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Yeah, get a little closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And this one will be brought back to the 22. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Daniels over the middle. That's the tight end Sinnott. And he takes it in for a Commanders touchdown. Ben Sinnott, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions, and they're a PAT from going up 21-7.
Yeah, very impressive the way that they've moved the football. Full command of their playbook, full command of the way they've wanted to attack.
Aubrey now for the point after. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Next the score. Commanders 21, Eagles 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go.
Great, set. No touch.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5.
Great, set. No touch, set. Alpha. Hey, 73. No touch.
They'll set up to throw. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
Let's go now.
A first down carry now for Miller. He'll get it to the 40. Broke a tackle there to get some extra yardage. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Daniels. There's a short one pulled in by Sinnott. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down, and refuse to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Jalen Carter just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. From the gun on third down, Daniels. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Danny Gray, his second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Commanders will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Aubrey now for the PAT. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
The score, Commanders 28, Eagles 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. In motion right is Smith. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some points on the board.
Try to get it. 73. 73.
They'll look to throw here on first down. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
No touch that. Hey. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
No touch that.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Crowd left Yeti. No touch that.
Back to throw again. Got a man. It's Brown. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
No touch that. 63, 63, 63. Crowd left Yeti. No touch that.
Throwing is Hurts. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Hey, Silver, Silver, Silver. Crowd left Yeti. No touch.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Damone Clark. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick 6, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
Aubrey good with a PAT. And a rout is on here in this first half. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line.
Great, set. Hey, easy, 63, bad. No touch.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going deep for Brown. And my goodness, another interception. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
35, Eagles 7.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the third quarter will start from the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Hurts connecting there with Brown for the Eagles first.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley to the 36-yard line. Stop there.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
They'll work from the 36 on 2nd and 6.
Great, set. Hey! Alpha. Hey, 73.
Back to throw here. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 11 yards for number 11. A lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the third quarter. Now, they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard, because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Now back to throw. To the right side, and he's got Macklin. Complete. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
No touch that. Go Silver, ready? Get it, get it. No touch.
2nd down and goal. Hurts. Flush to his right. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Still needing 10 yards. Now it's 3rd down.
Let's go. 70 range. 70 range. Ready, ready.
To throw is Daniels. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th.
Well, that was an interesting little chess match there because the offense went empty set. No running backs in the backfield, so they're trying to get people out into a route pretty quickly. But guess what? The defense sees that. They go ahead and move themselves into a blitzing situation and come right after the quarterback. They had more guys there than they could block.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over a 1st and 10. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss.
No touch.
Looking to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard, trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Macklin, the man in motion right. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. We are headed to the 4th here on Thanksgiving night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Great, set. Crowd left, Yeti.
Here's Hurts to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Hurts completing this one quickly. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
But you have to be aware defensively that you've got 2 goals, because obviously you're trying to prevent the touchdown, but you're also trying to keep him from getting a first down as well. That time they weren't up to the task, and it's 1st and goal.
No touch, sir. No touch.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They did.
And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit. They were able to stop him at the line on first down, but this time he punches his way through.
And sometimes just because you're stopped on the first run, it doesn't mean the play call was bad or incorrect. You might just need better execution and just a tad more determination, and they got it done on the second try.
Hurts will throw. And he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense, as they try to finish things off in this fourth quarter, and that current 5-game win streak looking like it's going to go to 6. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this fourth quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the fourth quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Now Daniels. Setting up the screen for Miller. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hole.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Working out of the gun, Daniels. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
So much of this game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Daniels looking to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Puka Nacua, 78 yards. And the Commanders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Well, that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Hurts. He dumps it off to Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Hey, 73, 73.
Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And the Commanders are going to have it here just past the 25. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
They'll try and run some clock here with Miller. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. Here's Daniels. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Trap 60, trap 60. 18, Pioneer.
Throwing now is Daniels. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So still throwing here in the fourth quarter with a pretty sizable lead. And now that lead even more sizable. And if nothing else here, CD, a chance to pile on some stats before this one wraps up. And he did just that.
Brandon, convention tells us it's time for them to get off the gas a little bit, right? But you and I both know the receivers don't want them to because, as you noted, this is their chance to pile on the stats. If they got their way, they try to get every single spot in the depth chart points before this game is over.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught by Brown. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that will bring up second down.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now Daniel's going to give it up on the touch pass. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12 and a Commander's first down. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That one complete down the field to Smith. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And, well, one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yeah, and continue your theme about one team enjoying it. One fan base is enjoying it as well. The other fan base, they might disagree with what they've seen, but the one that's winning, they're certainly getting their money's worth.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Not a whole lot there on 1st and goal, and that's what you're looking for defensively. You'll certainly live with giving up just a yard or two in this situation.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. And they'll give Miller another crack. And a little bit of space there, takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. Third and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
Go!
They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win.